NATO Rafale 2. A reconnaissance platform. Took part in combat operations over Afghanistan, and it was in 2011 when they did likewise over Libya. Indeed, the French Rafales, during that campaign, were the first fighters of the coalition that was assembled to operate over the Libyan cities of Benghazi and Tripoli. During that time, they carried out the whole range of missions that the Rafale was intended for. Display as the square dance. The aircraft basically describing a square in the sky with a roll at each corner. Was the French forces in Mali, and one of those operations was quite remarkable. It was the longest raid in the history of the French Air Force, the Armée. 4 Rafales were involved and took off from their base at Saint-Dizier in eastern France, and they landed 9.5 hours later. Along the way, they hit a total of 21 different targets. That certainly helped prove the Rafale's flexibility in combat. More recently, they've taken part in peacekeeping operations in the Central African Republic and in the ongoing fight against the so-called Islamic State with missions over Iraq. Between the Air Force and the Navy, a total of 200 and 132 aircraft have been procured, a total of 228 aircraft on firm order. And now we see it in the slow-speed, high-alpha fly-past, and mark very, very slow speed indeed here.
Absolutely. It may not be the slowest of the day, but certainly very close to it. Speed over the ground at the moment of 85 knots, which is pretty much motorway speed in the UK. Very, very impressive.
Capitaine Martinez, known as Marty. He's 39 years old, got 1,200 hours on the Rafale to date, and he's about to come in from our left at very high speed for what's known as a show of force, and this is something that has great relevance in modern combat theatres.
Yeah, absolutely. And under real circumstances, that would probably be associated with some flares being popped out, and probably a bit lower than the 200 feet that we saw there. But a real effective way of dispersing crowds, preventing problems, and without using bullets or bombs.
And a very nice manoeuvre to finish, a so-called split S. Marty will be putting the undercarriage down and making quite a steep approach to coming for his full stop landing.
It's an incredibly complex display which you see there. I mean, absolutely everything going on all the time. That shows every single facet of this wonderful, remarkable fast jet aircraft. Really impressed.
Indeed, the latest in a long line of splendid Dassault fighters, and we'll be seeing one of its predecessors, the Mirage 2000, in action later. So he's not to come in for the full stop after that, but nonetheless a further burst of noise to bring his sequence to a close. An aircraft now purchased by Egypt and Qatar. as well as France, that bringing the total of Rafales on contract to 228 aircraft across the different nations.
Oh, is it alright? I was going fast, I think. Route out.
And a very tight finals turn on to the runway. And so completing his sequence from Escadron de Transformation Rafale 292 Aquitaine, based at Saint-Dizier, that was Capitaine Marty Martinez with the Dassualt Rafale C of the French Air Force.